Hello everyone, this is Satyanarayan, studying Master of Data Science at DK University. In this video, I'm going to show you how my version of the bank program uses all fundamental concepts of object-oriented programming. To begin with, let me show you what my program actually does. We have some operations available like add account, select from existing accounts, and operation add accounts adds the users by giving username and initial balance, and select from existing account is used to select one of the account from the accounts that we added earlier. And operation actually takes us to the operations menu. It has withdraw, deposit, transfer, print, history, logout, and quit. And depending upon the user's choice, it takes them to that particular operation. So this is the overall UML diagram I used to build this program. We have the main program and the bank class, transaction class, account class, and withdraw, deposit, and transfer transaction classes. So when an user need to add an account, add account method from the bank class is called, and it calls account class, and an account object is created. Similarly, for selecting an account, get account method is called, and from this list, one of the accounts is being selected. And for the other transactions like withdraw, deposit, transfer, this execute transaction method is called. This in turn calls the transaction class, and depending upon the transaction, either withdraw, deposit, or transfer transaction is being done. So this is the overall outline of how my program works. Now let's see how the fundamental concepts of OOPS such as abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism is used in my program. Okay, so for abstraction is nothing but the process of simplifying complex systems by breaking them down into their essential components. Here we have broken down the whole program into different classes, and inside different classes we have specified different attributes and methods. So if we take bank for example, uh, we have accounts list as an attribute, transaction list as another attribute, and we have add account, get account, execute transaction, print transaction as methods. So these are the attributes and methods that are needed for the bank to perform. So by this way, abstraction is utilized in my program. And moving on to encapsulation. Encapsulation is nothing but reducing dependencies between objects by hiding the internal representation of the object. By this, I mean all these objects can perform independently. That is, here in the bank class, we are just calling execute transaction, but this bank class doesn't know what that transaction is. Uh, it doesn't know how to execute withdraw, how to execute deposit, or how to execute transfer. It just calls this transaction class, and this transaction class takes care of everything. So this is how encapsulation is utilized in my program. And moving on to inheritance, it is the concept of creating parent and child classes. Inheritance actually allows one class to inherit the properties and behaviors of other classes. Here, transaction is the parent class, and withdraw transaction, deposit transaction, and transfer transactions are the child classes. These child classes inherits properties from the parent class, and they perform the task that is asked. So by this way, inheritance is used in my program. And finally, polymorphism allows objects of different classes to be treated as objects of common superclass. So by this, I mean um, here in bank class, we are just calling the execute transaction method. Uh, when a user selects to do withdraw, deposit, or transfer, he just calls the program just calls execute transaction method and sends the transaction parameter. Here, based on the transaction, withdraw transaction, deposit transaction, or transfer transaction is selected, and the override these methods. These are override methods. These methods are overridden here depending on the transaction, and the program is executed as requested by the user. So by this way, object of this class can be treated as objects of the other classes. So by this way, polymorphism is also used in my program. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time. Bye.